Hello, my bright, beautiful souls. We're going to do another reading today collectively. There's always energies changing here and through. As I opened up to begin on my tablet here that I've recorded some notes on, it says War on Energy. Well, that's exactly what we're going through between being down here in your unawakened mode, or you can be up here in your awakened state. During this time, I'm giving a couple definitions to begin with, since it's war on energy, right? They're going to hit you here and keep you here, or you can rise above. It's up to you. So infallibility, that's the inability to be wrong. An example in a worded sentence, his judgment became impaired by faith in his own infallibility. Now that goes for someone who thinks they can't be wrong, right? The next definition I was called to look up to was imposter syndrome. It's an ongoing fear that one is going to be found out or unmasked as being incompetent or unable to replicate past successes. That's someone who's living in the past, who isn't quite sure of what marrow to stand on, or they're standing on unsolid foundations in their unawakened stage, right? Those foundations that they think are real in their perceived perception, and they are to them. We have to be intelligent and intellectual enough during these times to not fall for our own imposter syndrome, right? Where others say we're this and we're listening to it and this is what we need to be, or this or that. You have the answers within you. Do not think that you are infallible. There is not one individual on the face of this planet who is infallible. The only infallibility that there is Mama Universe, okay? That's the only infallibility, because she just is. 202 on the clock, perfect alignment. So I'm going to pull a ghost for you guys. There is an imposter syndrome ghost in here, so I'm interested to see what's going to come out. I'm going to pause the video, take a sip of tea because the wind's picking up, and I'll be right back with you guys. 222. The song that was playing when I first began taking the notes was Memo Remains. MEMOREMAINS. That's the band my dog's releasing over there called Theme Park. And it's talking about the cycles around and around we go through. These cycles we will continue until we reach a enlightened state. And this enlightened state is to be awakened and to know, hey, I need to rebuild from the ground up of who I am. Because without having that solid foundation, you can't say that you have a solid foundation if you've built what you've built based upon what your parents wanted, based upon what others perceived and put onto you and you went for. This needs to come from your heart, okay? If you've built a foundation that's not from your heart, it's patooey. Throw it away. You're going to come back and keep doing these cycles until you know otherwise. So the ghost that I pulled, it's called the Ghost Town. Maybe where you're at doesn't serve you anymore. Move along. If you want to move along and not continue to come back and do these cycles, as I say that, it's about to be 333 as now, to master this cycle, to become one who is not infallible, but to be as close to your godly sense as possible. You have to look within to your heart, not listening to what others say, and to build this groundwork from nothing. Okay? The wind's picking up again. I'm going to grab something to drink, and then we're going to pull some Lenormand. I know being where you're at and being comfortable in that security is comfort. You've built a foundation, and it feels comfortable. And sweetie, we can't take any of this with us. Wouldn't you rather have your heart full than to have things you can't take with you? Having those things here are nice. Believe me, we all desire. And those desires are warranted because it's part of the human experience. That's why we're even past duality here. There's so many different consciousnesses. We just let it roll and let it rip through. And yes, things can be ripped through. As I say that, 444, Michael will rip right through there, okay? Start with the basics of what you perceive to be true in your heart and look within. And if you feel any tinge of anything between your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakra, look within deeper. You need some introspection. Like the ghost said, maybe where you're at doesn't serve you anymore. Move along, rebuild the foundations. And it's tough. 5:05 just passed. It's tough, you guys. I know it is. Being comfortable, that's what many of us seek. Well, guess what? When you reach that new level of comfort, it's time to keep seeking. Okay? Just stay sitting. Continue your search within of yourself and understanding. You don't have to talk to anyone about it. It's your journey, okay? So within Lenormand, the mountain here. We have clubs, okay? Clubs represent your work area as well as possible challenges that will be coming about. So obstacles, challenges, delays, your endurance to get over this mountain, okay? Your endurance. 21, 2 and 1 is 3. You have the support of your spirit guides as you go through this big change. 553 on the clock. Don't stay where you're at. Keep pursuing up the mountain. And when you keep trudging, guess what? You're not staying in the same spot. Even if it only seems a centimeter a day, that's okay. You're still making progress. But you're not where you were at the day before. You're not lying to yourself, thinking that, well, I know everything, because you don't. If you have that center search for wisdom led from your heart, you won't have that imposter syndrome, that infallibility. It's okay to have missteps. We all do in this human experience, right? You're going to need that endurance. Every time I say this Knight of Wands, I'm reminded of the witch from Wizard of Oz when Dorothy's first going up in the tornado to head to Oz, right? And the witch is on her bike. Things moving fast around you, you're encouraged not to. You need that endurance, that long haul, that 1 centimeter a day. This Knight of Wands moves very fast. And sometimes the universe will pick up speed. You'll know when it's the right time to pick up the speed or not, right? And as I say that, I haven't even looked at this temperance. It's about mixing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Mixing a little bit of your endurance with that extra fiery energy that you can take from that Knight of Wands. And be the strong individual that you are, while also biding your time. It's a mixture of both, you guys. Shake it up. Don't stay where you're at. Okay, you can move along slowly. You can have this fiery energy. It's Page of Wands. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Do a somatic check-in with your body. Okay? Well, how can I do this? Specifically, listen to violin music, classical music, things that you can feel the vibrations from. Also, like dance. Anything you can do. You can even dance sitting in your chair at work. That's all you have to do. Because when you're doing that, where you have your hands busy, this isn't running amok. And when this isn't running amok, you can feel and you can be. So how I put it with a somatic check-in, I've found when one's hands are busy that perceived infallible minds can't get in the way. Okay? And what I did to show this was I did a drawing. What it felt like to me at that time. Take it for what you will. Okay? Let's say that 8:33. There's abundance for you guys. We're all in this together. Don't think that we're not. A song you could look up to get into your somatic body would be Breaking Ground by Clejan, Clejan, and OHD Beats. When everything falls apart, you rebuild in an exciting new way. That's what this starting from the bottom up for your foundations, right? No one is going to save you. You got to be your own hero and your own villain to teach yourself along this way. You are the mastery of your own adventure, guys and gals. Make sure you follow me, Weird, W-Y-R-D, Divinations and Tarot, everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, okay? This is an energetic time of growth and learning. Perchance, look into the Akashic Library. It resides energetically within your soul seed, which is in your heart. It is not a tangible library, okay? Look into it to see possibly what your soul motives are within this life, right? Keep going. Look out for the number 222. With no fuss, you continue with the work, pleasure, and evolution of life, okay? It's one step at a time, you guys. 1 centimeter. Temperance, right? Using the fiery energy of those wands. We will get through this. I'm here for you. Reach out to me. Love and light to all. Remember,